Gemini, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Geminis out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Shuffle up here one time and see what we got for you. My guides and spirit team, talk to me about these lovely Geminis as we move through September. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's not delay, let's get it going and get this first card out here for you. My friends, been a few interesting weeks for the Gemini readings, I'll definitely say that. And there is still a little bit of complexity here. Either that or a lot of people or social media. This card has a lot of different layers, my friends. If you look down and see what that imagery is showing us, so many people, like a woman, a man, we have pictures, and there's just a lot happening here. So before we really break that down, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, for those of you interested in channel memberships, I have a link to that right down in the comments, the pinned comment, so go give it a look. I'll be doing a very special reading for this channel's members since it's the first month. But enough of the promo, let's get into the reading. You know me, I like to get the promo out of the way quick, fast, and in a hurry. But if you take a look at this card, like I was describing, we have like the man, woman, the different pictures of people. So some of you might just be extra popular in this time. This could be a lot of people that you're dealing with or talking to, whether it's work, whether it's family. You could be extra popular. Your phone could be blowing up when this type of energy is here, or that could be something that's coming in. But one thing I always link to this is complexity. Lots of energies, and I think I've been seeing that for you in recent weeks as well. So for a lot of the Geminis, there could be a lot of different things affecting you in different ways, unpredictable ways. Okay, it could be different people's intentions, different people's moods. You could be extra empathetic in this time, feeling a lot of things internally when this card shows up, because it just feels like a lot to me. And also, I know I did mention social media, the fact that this card reminds me of like Facebook for some reason. So maybe you're trying to tone back on it. Maybe you're using it for business. Social media could be a little hook here, but let's just put it over there. I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. It could just be a lot of energies. But yeah, let's get you into tarot now and get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here for you, Gemini. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. Because as I said earlier, it's been a couple of different types of weeks. I'll say that. I'm trying to be as nice as possible. But last week's reading was titled A Serious Situation. So I'm hoping not every Gemini has been going through a serious situation. There was a little bit of a surprising energy in there too, like getting caught off guard, like I didn't see that coming, a little confusion. So we're going to see what we have for you this week. Even the week before that, like somebody like getting fed up with things. So let's just get it moving. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. And it does change from day to day, minute to minute even. Let's get you 3. Enough of my yapping. All right, we got the Empress here sliding on out. That's a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful card, very fertile. We love this Empress energy, but I don't want to get too carried away just yet. Let's keep building this picture. Super, super abundant, fertile. Okay, we got the Ten of Swords, so a complete duality we have happening here, Gemini, where we have like one of the most positive cards to one that is quite painful. So you might be experiencing a lot of duality in this time, where like when it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's tough. Like when it rains, it pours type of energy. Let's see. It could be a lot of things. Hey, we got our good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard, of course, showing up right here on the back end. So it's always interesting when he makes an appearance in a spread. And we're going to have to talk about this, Gemini. It seems very, very complex and layered, similar to what we were seeing in this very first card. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I would say 2/3 of this reading are looking positive so far, or have possibilities with the Empress, with the King of Cups here. These are very abundant, positive energies, but right smack dab in the middle, we have this Ten of Swords that we might have to deal with. So that could be linking into the recent week's energies we've been seeing. It could still be a holdover. But let's work our way through one by one and really start to build this story out. There's a silver lining at the very least. That's the one thing I'll say. But position number one, we have the Empress. Beautiful Venus type of energy. So when we see this, it could represent a Taurus, it could represent a Libra. Super abundant, earthy type of energy, just overflowing abundance. It is an aspect of the divine feminine. This is goddess energy. So it could represent motherhood in one form or another. It could represent creation and just overflowing abundance. When I see her, I think of blessings from spirit. It's just all good, sturdy, and stable. We love this Empress energy. However, every single card has positives, but they also have challenges. The Empress can sometimes be a little smothering. This energy can also be a little standoffish or immovable, like not flexible. So you might be dealing with someone or something that is been either lasting for a long time or is like difficult to work through. Doesn't mean that it can't be. The clarifier will really tell us the tale about this Empress, but I always take her as a positive until I see otherwise. Let's keep pushing. In the center, we have the Ten of Swords. If you're familiar with tarot, you kind of know what this card means. It's not the nicest imagery, to be honest. You see this individual, they got the 10 swords in their back. I always say energies like this, they could be on a spectrum, but this is like universally seen as one of the more challenging energies in tarot, and that's okay. We all experience 10 of Swords from time to time. It could, let me just give you a list of possibilities, okay? 10 of Swords could represent endings. This could represent pain of various different kinds, emotional pain, mental pain, emotional pain. It could be something that hurts. There's a sting to it. There's an edge to it. In its roughest case scenario, some of you might feel betrayed. And its more optimistic approach, the 10 of Swords tells us that there's nowhere to go but up. Okay, like, all right, you've experienced your 10 of Swords. You've been through it. You went through that challenge, now onward and upward. That's a really good positive lining we could pull from this card, but there is pain and there is endings attached to the 10 of Swords. So once again, I'm seeing this duality of energy throughout this whole entire spread where we're going from really good positive possibilities to like abrupt ending to silver lining possibly. So some of you, there could be a lot of up and down things or hot and cold, or when it was great, it's great. And then like this sudden, like I feel like this 10 of Swords is coming in like suddenly. But on the back end, we got our good friend, the King of Cups, chilling there, having a drink, drinking that beverage. Let's talk about it. Could be a water sign, okay? There's a reason I style myself after the King of Cups. I have 2 major water sign placements, but that's just a little background for some of you. But when we see the King of Cups, as with all kings, they represent control of their respective suit. Cups represent the realm of love. They represent emotion. It's an artistic energy. It's very communicative. So when we see this King of Cups, you might be trying to get your emotions under control or in check in one way or another. The King of Cups can represent love, having that deep, unending love for somebody or someone having that for you. Often comes out in love readings as well. So we like this King of Cups energy. But the challenge with him, sometimes it could represent somebody who's a little too emotionally volatile. It could represent somebody that lives just based on how they're feeling from moment to moment. It could also represent someone that throws a few back, all right? So maybe some of you are having a few drinks. I'm not judging. But there's a lot for us to unpack here, Gemini. I want to go deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my Geminis, please. Guides and Spirit team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Empress. We might be looking at a storyboard here, so it could be like good, rough patch, good. Let's see. I don't want to judge just yet. So let's see what this Empress has to say. And not sure if I said it already, but yes, if you're a reader, please. I'm interested in hearing everybody's interpretations if you'd like to share. Okay, we got Judgment here. This card has been showing up quite a bit. This might be the card of the week across the zodiac because I've been picking it up in a lot of different signs and placements. Judgment is a card about action, going to get it, chasing down one's happiness. This feels good. Now, I do have to give you my little bit of an intuitive slice of this energy. Judgment is extremely change-based. So when I was saying from good to stoppage or good to bad, a lot of you could be experiencing lots of cycle changes in this time. Whether you're in this Empress period right now where everything's fine and dandy, peaches and cream, everything's good. You might be in the Ten of Swords energy right now as well, where it's a little struggling and you're trying to get back to some normalcy. Judgment is a card of making decisions and choices too. It's extremely karmic. So for some of you, you might just need to hear that you're going through some sort of karmic test or cycle, okay? And I feel like there's a lot more for us to see, but this is just extremely powerful and intense change when we see it, okay? So under a card that's good like this, I could say for a lot of you, this could be a karmic blessing coming in for you as well. So you see what I mean? There's a lot of different pieces and angles that we could pull from this. I will say intuitively, it is change-based and cycle-based, but I do feel more positivity here than negativity. Let's keep moving, because I really want to see what the Ten of Swords and the King of Cups have to say. I feel like those are more pertinent to the story. I don't want to say important, pertinent. So why is the Ten of Swords here? Hopefully this is Empress blessings coming your way, this energy of fertility and abundance. You could claim that energy for sure. Life is all about change, right? But let's see what Ten of Swords has to say. Maybe some of you did what you thought was right. You thought you were doing the right thing. Yeah, more karmic energy here, more energy of possible endings. We have the Death card. Now, do not be nervous about this alignment, all right? Like the Ten of Swords with the Death card, I know that gets a bad reputation. I'm not saying that you're absolutely going to lose someone or be afraid, or it can be a warning, though, about what you're going through. Maybe some of you need to hear that a certain cycle has ended and it ended for a reason. Okay, there was a reason it had to go through this change. There was a reason it had to go through this metamorphosis and why it had to possibly end here in the center. Now, when I do see this, I have to say for a portion of you, there could be energy from, I don't want to sound too like airy and out there, but for a portion of you, I am getting energy from the other side. Okay, and you know me, if you watch my readings, I almost never speak about the spirit side except for my own spirit team. It's showing up here heavily, the Ten of Swords and the Death card, maybe someone that you were very close to and lost. Their energy is reaching out to you. So watch your dreams in this time, okay? But back to also what I was saying about endings. This could be a little bit of a warning, but there is a karmic ending here. It was karmic, which means it was written in spirit. It was meant to be, to either teach you a lesson or it's just time to move on to the next thing or next lesson. Nothing wrong with that. It's all part of the circle of life, right? I don't want to sound like the Lion King. Let's keep moving. Another portion of you, yeah, just know you might be having big issues with a Scorpio when we have the Death card there, but big karmic energy, and it does talk about cycles ending and closing, so you might be experiencing endings, right? Let's see what the King of Cups has to say. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the Shadow card. Let's see why the King of Cups is there. Should we draw a beard on him? What do you think? See what's going on with the King of Cups. All right, it's being specific now. What do we got? Yeah, you'll be all right. Everything will be okay. You'll be fine. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. For some of you, there might be something that's taken quite a while to move past or heal from. But I can confidently say with the King of Cups and the Five of Cups in reverse, this is reaching the height of it. Like I was saying with the Ten of Swords, like there's nowhere to go but up. I'm kind of getting that silver lining here because the Five of Cups, yes, it's the River of Tears. This is an energy that we would think of seeing when we have Ten of Swords and we have all this energy, of course. But notice it's in reverse underneath this King of Cups. So for a portion of you, you might be proactive in this time. Like, okay, I'm going to be proactive about my emotional well-being. I'm going to be proactive about my emotional health, and I'm going to get it right, and I'm going to make it right, and I'm going to make this happen. But for another portion of you, I just feel like things getting better and improving, like you're past the toughest part of it, and everything will be okay. I feel like that's a very simple message. So let's go through. I'll give you a quick little recap, then we'll get into the Shadow card. I mean, there's a couple things we're navigating here, Gemini, But position number 1, we have the beautiful Empress with Judgment in the upright. Yeah, there could be good karmic blessings coming down, even though we have trials and tribulations. So much karmic energy here at play. We have the good, the bad, we have some stuff in between. That's what the journey of life is about. But this is very claimable energy. For a portion of you there, you could be experiencing lots of changes in life in this time, which is okay, right? We all do. It's part of it. Moving to the center, this did feel great, but we have the Ten of Swords with the Death card in the upright. Got a super intriguing message for this that was different. Of course, we have the karmic energy, the energy of endings that we were already discussing. That's very straightforward, but I did feel for a lot of Geminis, especially if you have the empathetic and gifts that you're very in tune to energies, there could be someone that you may have lost that may be on the other side. And I don't want to be too out there saying it, but watch for signs. They might be trying to reach out to you for whatever reason, whether it's to console you or something like that. Like there is this energy stretching forth from the other side. Okay. But yeah, the karmic endings are here as well. All about the transformation. Could be a warning though. I do have to say that. On the back end, we have the King of Cups with the Five of Cups in reverse. That feels beautiful. That feels good to me because it's improvement. So whether it's you being proactive in your emotional health, like, all right, I need to keep it together. I'm going to keep it together. I'm going to do what's right for myself emotionally, and I'm going to heal this. I feel for some of you, you might be taking that initiative, but a lot of you need to hear you might be past the worst of it, and that things will get better. Things are going to improve, and everything will be okay. Trust me. But yeah, please take a screenshot of that, my friends. Let's get you a shadow card. Interesting spread this week, right? Like not the easiest energies to contend with. It's all good though, right? Not every reading could be peaches and cream, but let's see what's in the shadows for you. And I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's a nice introspective thing to do, whether it tells us some things that we don't quite see about the reading, could just tell us something that we're holding within, which if you're in this King of Cups, Five of Cups reverse mode, that would be a good thing. But let's see what's in the shadows for Gemini. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles, we have more karmic energy showing up here, which I find super intriguing. I'm not sure when the last time I saw this much karmic energy come around for the Geminis. Once again, this could be one of the better ones, so it could link in with this alignment up here, like you win some, you lose some type of energy. But the Seven of Pentacles is about reaping what you sow and being patient and getting that reward in the end. So this is a very positive shadow card we want to see. Now, for a portion of you, there's somebody that has done you wrong. The Seven of Pentacles is Spirit saying, hey, that person's going to get what they have coming. For another portion of you, it could be Spirit saying, hey, be patient, it's coming. Or be patient, like don't be in a rush for something. That's a big energy we have with the Seven of Pentacles. Just always know, it is one of the bigger karmic ones. If you are feeling emotionally out of whack, you might want to spend some time in nature when this card shows up. Like if you're going through a lot of things, Spirit is asking you to cleanse your energy in nature. So Gemini, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. I hope that reading helped. Don't click away just yet though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 2 lucky winners to win 2 tarot decks completely at random. It will be a winner's choice. So if you want to get the Gilded Tarot, you could go ahead and do that. If you want the Everyday Witches Tarot, that's your choice as well. Any deck under $40 US will be given away. So if you'd like to get your name in for this one, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which zodiac signs you get along best with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.